Oh hey guys, I am back with another banger on top of another banger, guys. If you are new to the family, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So without wasting anybody's time, let's do analytical geometry. But before we can dwell into analytical geometry, let's start with the basics. Without wasting your time again, let's do this. Bye bye. Okay, so now we are going to start with what? With the formula for the gradient. So the gradient is what? Is y2 minus y1 over x1 x2 minus x2. So rule of thumb here, if you started with y2, you must also start with y2 with x2 here, right? I almost made a blunder there. Okay, and then we go to the distance formula. So the distance formula is what? It is equal to square root open bracket x1 minus x2, then you square, plus open bracket y1 minus y2 close bracket squared, sharp. And then the midpoint formula. So the midpoint formula, it says what? X is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2, sharp. And then for the y, it's y is equal to y1 plus y2 over 2, sharp. And then when the question says to you determine the equation, it's either you're going to use one of this equation. So where you see y1 and x1, you're going to substitute what? The coordinates that are in that line, sharp, or the given coordinates, and then you substitute the what? Even your gradient, and then you do your mathematical gymnastics. And then in this case, you're going to substitute the given coordinate on that line. You're going to substitute your x and your y and your n, and then you find c, sharp. Okay, so here is where you need to now start paying attention, like life depends on it. Remember? So when they say parallel lines, meaning that gradient 1 is equal to gradient 2. Wherever, let's say we have two lines here, AB, CD. When they say these lines are parallel, it means the gradient that you find here is the gradient that you will find even there, or the gradients are what? Are equal. Then okay, we are done with parallel lines. Let's do what? Perpendicular lines. Check. So on the perpendicular lines, it means that when you multiply gradient AB and gradient CD, you get what? You get -1. Why? Perpendicular. Why? Perpendicular. Why? One square. If you see the square in the diagram, it means we have what? Perpendicular lines. Okay, now let's wrap it up with what? The angle of inclination. So it's what? Is tan theta is equal to the gradient. And then if you want to find the theta, you just say what? Arc of the gradient, and then you find what? You find your theta. So on the next video, we are going to be dealing with the real life question, guys. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Danko. Mode.